Yeah, uppercut, punches got him busting up. Potion in his double cup, liquor got him buttered up. Yeah, shitting on my competition. Every track is like I got bubble guts. Fast life, buckle up.
Do you sometimes feel like you're bored of filming in the same location every day? I was thinking of doing this video and then I don't know, I wasn't finding any inspiration filming it at home. So I thought I'd come out to a different place and work from there and, you know, sort of record the video. In this video, I want to talk about the update or the progress that Abhi G Studios has had over the past 3 weeks. I'm looking to do this video every 3 weeks. And if you haven't watched the previous one, make sure you do. I'll link it somewhere up here in the video. This is my second update so far and I've got a lot to share with you. So yeah, let's get into it. Now, for the sake of simplicity, I thought, you know, we'd structure these updates so it's easier for you to follow along and monitor them. I'm going to be dividing these progress update videos into 2 categories. First is projects. These can be free projects or paid projects, just talking about how many projects I'm receiving and confirming and closing. This will help keep a track of, you know, how much work is actually coming through. And for the second category, it's business and administration. Some of the boring stuff actually depends on who you ask. This will be like website marketing, branding, social media strategy. So let's start with the exciting stuff, the projects, right? I think in my previous update, I'd mentioned that I managed to get around 9 leads by cold outreach on Instagram and Reddit and other platforms, right? Out of those 9 leads, I managed to convert 4 into actual projects. I've completed 2 projects, which I've shot, edited, and delivered to the clients. So in the past 3 weeks, apart from the cafe, my main work was on the second client, which was the University of Leeds Boxing Club. Shout out to the University of Leeds for giving me this opportunity. So yeah, I went to the local boxing club, filmed most of the students who were part of the boxing society and the community that they've created within that boxing club. So it was a great opportunity for me to film something that was, you know, different, where I got to be a little bit more creative in terms of the filming style, the edit style. So I couldn't let that opportunity pass up. It was a free project. I completed the work. Unfortunately, because it was my first project, I was so focused, I completely forgot to capture any BTS. However, I can share some of the videos that I filmed. I'll put it up somewhere here. In total, I think I spent about 2 days filming the boxing club, but it was just about for 2 hours each day, so a total of 4 hours in total for filming. I spent about 20 hours on editing. This is because I delivered about 4 final videos to the boxing club, 3 reels and 1 horizontal format, maybe under a minute long. I think what I really enjoyed in this project was using the Sony FX3 and 4K at 120 frames per second. The slow motion was amazing. It was a great opportunity for me to test out the slow motion. There were some learnings which I had, which I'll probably share in another video, but I think it was a great experience, and I'm so glad that I closed this project and delivered everything to the clients now. So to sum it all up, I've finished 2 projects for clients that has been shot, edited, and delivered to them. The first is the cafe, and the second is the University of Leeds Boxing Club. I think now I can slowly start building my portfolio using some of the content that I've shot. I don't think we're there yet. I think we need a lot more content, but I think we're better off than where we were a month ago. At least now I can start, you know, getting the show reel structure or the portfolio structure in, start finding some music and start the edit. It's the long game. It won't be ready anytime soon, but that's what we're building towards, right? So with regards to upcoming projects, the update is that I completed a recce for the 3rd project. I went to the venue, checked it out, saw how big or small it was, just to get an idea of what equipment I need to bring. And I've confirmed a shoot date for the 11th of April. So hopefully I'll share more about that in the next update video. But for now, I can tell you that it's the local RC club. So I'll be filming RC cars as they race around the circuit. I've never filmed RC cars before, so I think this is a really exciting project. I just want to get myself out there and challenge myself as much as possible. And I'll definitely make sure to get more BTS this time. So the cafe, the boxing club, and the RC club have been free projects, and what's really exciting is that I'm currently in talks with 2 separate clients for potentially some paid work. This is something that's ongoing and I can't really share much at this point, but I will probably be able to give you an update in the next video, which should be 3 weeks away. But yeah, that's really exciting and motivating. One of these clients actually came through word of mouth. And you know what's really interesting for me throughout this whole process is actually putting the work in and getting out there and putting yourself out there, right? I've never done something like this before, and doing this, I'm slowly starting to see how word of mouth spreads, how you can, put yourself in more situations where you increase the surface area for your luck or good luck. But yeah, I think just going out there and putting yourself in several different situations, groups, communities, I think really multiplies your chances of whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. So I think that's really interesting, and it's been an eye-opening experience, so that's great. The last update that I have for you is another exciting project that I've confirmed the dates for, which is in the first week of May. It's for the local food festival. I can't really share more details, but I will be able to share more details in the next update video, as we will be way closer to the actual shoot dates, and I'll know what exactly I can share and can't share by then. But I think that's another exciting thing that I'm looking forward to. It should be good. I hope the weather's great on that day. There's going to be a lot of food, entertainment, music. I think it'll be a great experience to shoot an event of that size, and outdoors especially. So I'm looking forward to get that done as well. So that's it for the updates in terms of projects. I've got 2 projects that I've completed, done and dusted. I've got 2 that I'm in talks with for potentially some form of paid work. And I've got 1 that's coming up in May. Yeah, so I'd say I'm happy about the progress I've made in the past 5 weeks. It could have been worse. It could have been worse. Now let's talk about business and administration, right? So in terms of this bucket, there are so many things that I'm working on at the same time, slowly chipping away at many different tasks. But yeah, here's the update. Okay, the first thing, let's talk about branding. The good news is that the branding is now 100% complete. It just got completed a day or 2 ago. Here's how the new logo looks. So let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm happy with the way the logo turned out. It's this crazy vision that I had in my mind about how we could play with the A and the G. But yeah, I'm happy with the way it turned out. I think the only thing pending from my side in terms of branding is to get a portrait shot of myself so I can use this on my website. Right now I'm just using my logo as my profile picture across all my accounts and on YouTube channel, but I think it would be much better if I get a portrait image of myself and use that. The next thing I want to talk about is the website. So this, I don't know where to start. I think the website is not easy. I think it's a whole job on its own, and I really need to give it a day or 2 of undivided attention to sit and go through everything. But what I quickly realized is there's no point spending too much time on the website, because every time I want to do something on the website, I realize my branding was not completed, or for example, I don't have a portrait image of myself for the About Us page. Whatever I could update on the website, I have done. The website is live. You guys can go check it out. Again, give me your feedback in the comments below. But yeah, I think the website is something that's going to be a work in progress for a long time. So the main reason I say this is because I think I want the website to show the kind of work that I've done. I think what it is the website is your main page where clients are going to come and try and reach out to you. So I want my website to show all the work that I've been able to do. And right now I'm not in a position where I have all the content that I need for my portfolio or show reel. And I think that's what's delaying the website. I'm just not satisfied with where I am in terms of the amount of content that I have to build my portfolio, right? So I think I'm going to spend more time on the website and, I don't know, give it time to really grow into something much better than rushing and doing something that's not the best. If you actually go to the website, you'll see that there's a 10-second showreel that's playing on loop on the homepage. This is some shots that I put together from the boxing club, from the drone flights that I had, and I think some videos that I shot of my car several years ago. So I'm still building on that portfolio, right? And yeah, I think it's going to take a lot more time. Also, when I get that portrait shot, I think that would be a good addition to the website, so people will get to know who I am, put a face to the studio, and I think that will really tie the whole thing together. That's pretty much it in terms of business and administration. I think the last few bits is I'm going to start designing business cards that I can distribute around. Like I mentioned in my previous video, there will be times when you will struggle, especially when you're starting out from zero. You might think that things are not moving fast enough or that they're going at a very slow pace, and it's okay. I think it's interesting to sit and take a step back and look at the bigger picture. In fact, in January or early Feb this year, I created a 12-week action plan for Abhi G Studios and just put that on my Google Drive and left it there. And when I was filming this video, I thought it would be interesting to open that file and to see how many things I achieved in the first 5 weeks, just to reflect on the whole journey. And it was actually satisfying to see that, I think 85% of the things that I wanted to do, I achieved. The only two things that I did not achieve was, the first one was try and get my first paid client by the 5th week. And the second thing was to try and get my business cards distributed locally. I think these are the two things that I did not hit in terms of goals, but I managed to hit all the other goals, which was reach out to clients, complete at least 3 studio projects. So if you're going through the same thing and if you feel like there's been no progress, it's okay. Stick to it, grind it out, and I think with time, it will all fall in place. As always, if you're still here at the end of the video, I just want to say a big thank you for your support. There's a lot of work going on in the background, and my plan is just to share that whole journey with you on YouTube. So if you haven't watched the first video and all the updates, make sure you go watch that. It's right here. And thank you. I'll see you in the next one.